Alright, let's go back to our properties inspector and layout properties. Let's talk about this cool feature that we have here, responsive resize. It almost appears on every element's layout properties. Let's see what this feature will add to our design process. Imagine designing an application for mobile and tablets. We did the mobile design first, and now it's time to create the tablet version. It would be a suicide mission if we start designing for the tablet version from scratch. So that's where responsive resize comes into play. This feature isn't perfect, and it doesn't have to be, it will never be, because some stuff must be done with the hand. We have to decide how to place elements when we are going to design on a bigger surface. So basically, responsive resize will do 80% of the job, 80 to 85% of the job, and we have to do the rest by ourselves. But it's a really great feature and it will help us so much with our design. Right here we have this artboard profile 4. I'm going to duplicate it here, Command D, and then let's talk about it from here. If you remember, this artboard was, let's go with the specifics here, was looking like this, and it wasn't scrollable. We made it scrollable. So if we get a preview, we can see that the original design was like this. Right now, if I want to go with a bigger screen, for example, a tablet version, if I do this, just click here and drag, my artboard is made scrollable, and that is not what I want. So I'm going to undo what I did, and I'm going to set the scrolling to none. Then I'm going to use this handle, click and drag, in order to increase my screen size. But as you can see, the screen is bigger right now compared to iPhone, but the design looks just awful. So let's just undo it and do it the right way. This time, let's enable responsive resize. I'm going to also do this in order for you to see better. Have that in mind. We have to set the scrolling to none, and then I'm going to just click and drag. And as you can see, responsive resize did what it had to do, and right now we have this design. If we want to be specific with the sizing, I'm going to grab the artboard tool, and from here for the tablet we can see the size is 768 by 1024, so 768 by 1024 for iPad. Let's go with this sizing here, and we have this design. As you can see, Xd did 80% of the job, and we have to do some alternations in order to perfect the design. We can make icons a touch bigger, increase the font size, and reorganize the placement of some elements. But that's not all. Responsive resize is also available for elements and groups in Adobe Xd. If we go back here and duplicate this one again, right here, and then go with a height of 812, for example, and set the scrolling to none, and enable the responsive resize feature. Right now, if I select this group, which is called menu, I guess, yes, because we've worked with it before. If I select this group, you can see that in the layout properties, we have responsive resize enabled for that, and it is set to auto. But let's explore manual here, for example, And as we do that, this panel appears here, and we can set some rules with it. Here, the auto or default for this group is stick to the left and the right side of the screen and have a fixed height. So when we increase the size of the screen, this actually would happen. It is a stick to the left and right, and the height of our group remains the same no matter what we do. I'm going to undo what I did and let's explore it a little more. So if we, for example, let's say remove fixed height and then increase the size of our artboard, we can see that our height is increasing as well. So we can set some rules in order to help responsive resize work better for us. If we go with fixed width, as you can see, fixed to the right will be gone, and that will make sense since we are increasing the size of the screen. If we want to go with a fixed width for that group, it has to stick to the left or the right side of the screen. So here, select the artboard, do this operation. As you can see, the width stayed the same. So we have all of these rules and we can play with them. We can do the same here for this one. Let's go manual. Let's go with fixed width, and for this one, let's do fixed height as well. Do this, and now we can actually organize this artboard like this. If we change the sizing a little bit, for example, we can have this kind of version for it. Right now it's just not fine because I don't want to waste time fixing the problems, but we can do some stuff in order to perfect its design. Alright, let's learn more of this manual responsive resize panel. Here on the discover artboard, I'm going to duplicate it, have one here. If we set the scrolling to none and enable the responsive resize feature from the layout properties of our artboard, and then come here, increase the size, we can see that we have a good design, but in order to perfect it, we want that card to cover more of the screen. So let's fix this problem with using manual panels in responsive resize. So I'm going to select this card here. As you can see, it is set to auto. I'm going to set it to manual, and here we find the problem. We have fixed height for these elements, and because of that our design doesn't stick to the bottom of the screen as the size grows. So I'm going to remove it and I'm going to go with stick to the bottom, and right now, as you can see, the card sticks to the bottom of the screen, but still the design looks off. So I'm going to select this picture here, then again go to the manual panel, and here we have that same exact problem. Height is fixed here. I'm going to remove it and I'm going to enable fixed bottom, then again select the artboard, increase the size. Right now everything is perfect, but my text is gone. So I'm going to undo once again, select the text, go to manual panel, and then let's go with this one, fix bottom. Then let's select the artboard, increase the size, and as you can see, we have the perfect design that we were looking for. So that was responsive resize. If we do it automatically, it will do 80%, 85% of the job. But as you saw here, if we set some rules and help it with the manual panels, it will increase the success rate of this operation. But then again, it will never be enough. Your end result needs some personal touches to be perfect, and you have to make changes after you use this awesome feature. Thanks for watching and please subscribe for more content.